Hello, I wanted to give a quick update. For reasons beyond me, my computer has failed me to the point I can't record new audios or make images for the videos. I have no idea why this happened, but I could tell something was off ever since I started working on the Narrated series for hedgehog_2011.exe. Not to say that the story or me working on something about it has anything to do with my computer failing. Regardless, I am still going to upload the narrated videos, even if the quality takes a toll. I would have done a big video with the whole story, but that would have taken too much time and it would be too difficult to edit in a computer like the one I am using now. With that being said, I hope you enjoy episode 3 of hedgehog_2011.exe.
Then I got tossed into a flattened version of Marble Zone. At least I didn't have to deal with Marble Zone's level design. And would you look at that? The Sonic I was using looked exactly the same as Sonic in Sonic 3. The weird Sonic thing guy looked like they did at the start of all of this. So yeah. I did remember the fact that I was able to spin dash on this game with both that weird Sonic and Tails. So I assumed I could do the same with my Sonic. So there we were, at the start of the level. I wanted to actually win this time so I could actually play as Sonic more. I like Sonic. He's my favorite character alongside Scourge. In any case, there was a countdown from 3 and we were off. It was actually really close, but I managed to beat this thing. It was really hard since the controls are so ass alongside the physics being really jank. But, you know. After I won, the screen faded to black. Text appeared once more saying, "Seems like you were fast enough this time around. Call me a sore loser, but how about another round?" Then I get prompted with another round, and no. Since I didn't really care, I had a choice, and I was still very curious about what would be the end of this. I decided to have a second race. And I was close to winning again, but this motherfucker just kinda cheated by hitting my Sonic with a spin dash. I didn't even know that was a thing. But oh well. When it hit me, it laughed. Again. I managed to get to the finish line, and there it was. I got close to it, but then the screen went black. There was nothing. No sound, nothing. Everything felt too quiet, like worryingly quiet. No cars outside, no people walking, just silence. I didn't know why, but I wasn't feeling good about this. Then text appears. I think it says something along the lines of, "Well, I suppose a tiebreaker is bound to happen. It would only be fair if it did. But we can let that wait." I tried going with Sonic again, but I wasn't able to. Each time getting the text of "not yet, we have more games to play." So I decided to go with Eggman. This time around I was in a modified version of Starlight Zone. It was more of a layout change, maybe to make it easier for me to move around since Eggman wasn't really all that fun to use. He had a jetpack that I could use to fly around though, but it was limited on time. And there was nothing to do. No text prompting me to do something or that something will happen. It was just that, I guess, for what I remember. Although at almost the end of the level I saw Tails' tails on the goalpost. It was obviously covered in blood. Why wouldn't it be? So I decided to not go into the very obvious danger zone that happens to have the remains of a previously playable character that so happens to be wonderfully covered in blood. Note that the reason why I'm not taking nor talking about this in a very serious way is because I find it not necessarily funny, but it isn't overwhelmingly or worryingly weird for me to get serious at any point. Much like you reading this, I think of this game as absolute bullshit someone made for some reason. Carrying on. After I decided to not go into the goalpost, I started to hear that song again. The ever so classic Distorted Drowning theme. Yep. Did I miss it at this point, it asked me. I tried flying away, but the other Sonic, not the one I played as before playing as Eggman, jumped out of nowhere, latched onto the jetpack, and just ripped it apart. It didn't let it blow up on Eggman though, just yanked it off of him and let Eggman fall into the ground. Why yes, this was a cutscene. A short one though. As I saw Eggman fall into the ground and hit said ground like a sack of potatoes, I saw... yeah, okay, so this is a little too late for me to do this now, but I really don't. I really didn't think that. I didn't really think of what I was writing until now, so I'm just gonna say, for simplicity's sake, I'll just call this dude Hedgehog or the Hedgehog. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about the playable Sonic, I'm just gonna call him Sonic, and that's it. Anyways, Eggman hits the ground. I see the Hedgehog appear behind him. Eggman gets up. He doesn't notice the Hedgehog. Eggman turns around, gets scared, tries to run away, but the Hedgehog appears right back in front of him. And to my surprise, it didn't do anything for a bit. I noticed that Eggman was looking directly at me though. I decided to try and move when I was able to. Then I see the text appear run everywhere. Timer text, the rings, the score count, even in the floor and the background of the level. Run, written everywhere. So I did that. Ran as fast as this egg-shaped individual would allow me to, and I wasn't fast enough. Eggman got stuck in a ramp thanks to this game's shitty controls and physics. Wonderful. The Hedgehog appeared next to Eggman, looked at the camera, didn't make a sound. It put itself and Eggman on a random edge, like one of those corners on a platform, and just grabbed Eggman's head and smashed it into said corner, cracking him open. Like an egg. Wait, are you fucking kidding me? I never sat down to think about it. This fucking thing just decided to make a joke out of Eggman. God damn. That's kinda funny. Anyways, sidetracking aside, Eggman dies, text appears, and this time I do remember what it said because at that point, and only then, I got the idea of writing the text down. It said, "You're boring me. You have one more chance before the tiebreaker. Keep this interesting for me." Then it fades out. Then it appears again with Jones.